Good morning, class. Welcome back to math.
Good morning, Mr. C.
As you guys are aware, we have been covering area of squares and triangles today. And so today, since it is a rather shorter class period, we're just going to go ahead and refresh that information and just put that stuff into practice, okay? So before we get started, you notice I have a square up here. We have a triangle over here, okay? So right now, I'm going to ask you three to be one group for the moment, and you three to be one group for the moment. You guys are going to be in charge of the square. You guys are going to be in charge of the triangle. I want you guys, as a group, to just come up with all the information you know, which includes area, perimeter, how you would solve for the area and perimeter of these two shapes, any information you know about squares, any information you know about triangles, and just do that. So you guys are going to do that in a group and just see how much information you can come up with, okay?
Base and height plus square, and then that's how we get the area, right? Base times height equals square area, right?
Yeah.
And then times oh yeah, for the perimeter, so we have 2 bases and 2 heights, right?
Okay.
We have 2b plus 2 base.
Oh yeah, because maybe
Right.
if we're finding the area of
All of it, alright.
then
And then for triangle, we have base times height.
Oh, you guys are just in charge of the squares.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you guys are just in charge of the squares. You guys are in charge of the triangles.
Yay!
plus times height.
So,
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Right?
square is base square facts.
And then maybe
I don't know what the perimeter is though.
So
I think
yeah,
so.
base times height equals square area and 2 bases plus
Oh.
2.
Keep it real
Okay.
simple.
Now, what can you tell me about
Okay.
generic squares?
Let's go with that A
Just
plus
anything
B
about the
plus
shape,
C.
about anything
Oh.
about the shape,
They have
anything about the
right.
sides.
All
Yeah,
rectangles
yeah,
are
right.
squares, and not all
These are two
squares are
different
rectangles.
sizes, right?
Okay.
So-
Sometimes if you
No,
don't
no,
know.
yeah.
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 Okay.
All
So
rectangles are
getting
squares.
close
All
there.
rectangles
Is it
are
one
squares.
half?
Oh, you were right!
Yeah.
Right, it's
I
one
mean,
base
we-
times
we're
base
possibly
times
right.
height.
Back in.
Who said something?
Okay, yeah.
That makes sense.
Now, what else can you
Yeah,
tell me about
right.
triangles
We
besides
have
this?
4,
That two.
no, it depends.
I
Oh, yeah,
know
yeah,
you're thinking
yeah.
about different
I'm
types
getting
of triangles.
triangles.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Isosceles.
Okay, go ahead, write it down.
Two,
Write it down.
okay.
Right
It's just you guys writing down as much information as you can come up with.
Well, we're doing right angles,
ISO,
then
oh, that's a
have,
good one. Cute.
Okay.
equaling 360.
All right, I like that. I like that. Good stuff. Tiffany.
This is what I have so far.
I'm good.
Isosceles,
Okay.
obtuse, acute,
There
equilateral.
are
there
2
more?
triangles in this square.
It's a great question.
He's not gonna tell me. Isosceles,
both
It's okay, it's just for you to write down as much as you know.
acute,
They should be.
Right triangles?
I
Yes.
know Phil Jackson
And-
ran this offense in basketball.
Triangle Olympics?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, dude.
Can I write that down?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright.
Alright, you guys got 10 seconds
Phil
left, okay?
Jackson.
I'm surprised we even got that much down, so I'm proud of that.
It's good.
Oh, right
I thought
triangles,
he was
right
he's-
triangles.
Yes.
We need to know,
And they're
should we memorize this right now?
equal
Should we, for the test, be Tiffany?
Yeah, you're just gonna, this is just for you to write down as much as you know for now, and then we're
I
gonna
should
go
have
on
to
to
like write this down on the official paper.
No, you're good. You're good, Tiffany. Thank you.
Don't worry, oh yeah, and then look, remember, right triangles generally have an
Oh,
90-degree angle.
Alright, now let's bring it back. Let's bring it back, class. Okay,
Oh my god.
so. You guys are good? You guys are good? Alright, so right now we're gonna have you guys be the ones who are gonna be refreshing everybody else with the information that you wrote out. Okay, so first we're gonna turn it over to the square group. Okay, can I have one of you guys please tell me what the area formula is for the square, or how do you find an area?
Base times height.
Okay, base times height. Okay, so you got base times height, where this is the base, and this is the height. Okay? What about the perimeter, you guys?
Go ahead, Abby.
2 base times 2 height
Plus.
plus 2 height.
Okay, yeah. So you got twice the base plus twice the height. Because remember the area, when we're talking about shapes, it's just basically all of this surface, however much it takes up. And the perimeter is basically the wall around that makes the shape. So that's why you have base times height, which will give you all the area in here, and twice the base plus twice the height. Make sense? All right, what other information do you have on squares?
There are 4 right angles.
Okay, there's 4 right angles. I like it. Anything else?
All the sides are the same length?
Perfect. Okay, so remember, as this group mentioned, for squares, all four sides are the same length. Okay? So that's going to be important for you guys to remember. All sides are equal. That's a G.
Okay.
This is going to be on the board for all class periods, so you guys don't have to worry about writing it down. Okay?
Okay.
All right, perfect. Thank you, square group. Now, triangles.
Squares.
All right, squares. What can you tell me about the triangle? What about the area? Yes.
Is it, oh dang, is it base times height times 1/2?
Yes. It is half of the base times the height.
Yeah,
Perfect. Thank you. Okay. What about the perimeter?
I don't think.
Is it?
I don't know, like,
Okay.
whatever.
No worries, Jesus. This is where we're gonna refresh your memory with this. Okay. So
Is there a simpler? Never mind.
it's okay. We'll go through it right now, Jesus. Okay.
Is it A plus B plus C?
Yes. So if the side lengths are labeled A, B, C, because remember, Jesus, as we explained earlier, the perimeter is just the wall around the shape, making the shape. So if we have length A here, length B here, length C here, the perimeter, just those three side lengths added up. Make sense?
Sure.
All right.
Why is it A and B and C?
Just because those are the variables we chose
Just
for
to pick
this.
on?
We just chose them for that.
Okay.
All right, cool. Let's see. What other information can you tell me about triangles that you came up with?
There are a lot of different types of triangles. So
Okay.
there's isosceles,
Okay.
obtuse,
Obtuse,
acute,
acute,
equilateral.
equilateral.
There are right triangles.
Okay, yeah, awesome.
There are generally two right triangles within an equilateral
Yeah,
triangle.
okay. Anything else?
Right triangles have an angle of 90 degrees.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so there's a lot of different triangles, as they mentioned. There's a lot of different categories of triangles, but they mentioned one in particular that we're going to focus on today. Okay, they mentioned equilateral triangles. Now, does anybody remember what's specific about an equilateral triangle?
It's all the same. The sides are all the same?
Yes. So with equilateral triangles, all three lengths of the triangle are the same size. Perfect, okay? So that's what we're going to be looking at today. So today's exercise is going to involve you guys being in groups and having to solve a puzzle in order to figure out a shape. And then from there, you guys are going to be getting the area, perimeter, and just any missing side lengths that you need to find. Okay? So before we get started on that though, I want to remind you guys that when you're given the area, you have the area formula. But if you're given the area to begin with, you can solve for any of these two lengths. So for example, if we have a square, and let's say the area of this square is 4 feet squared.
Wait, which one?
This square,
Wait, one.
this big square right here. So if we know the area is 4 feet squared, what is the length of one side based off of this? And you know that all side lengths are equal. 2. Okay? So we know that one side length is going to be equal to 2. And because we know that all side lengths are the same, we know the height is also going to be 2. So if this is broken up, let's say in your puzzle you have a piece that is exactly half of the square in length, what is the length of this side going to be? 1. Perfect. So if you're given the area, you could use that information to figure out other information. Same thing goes with the triangle. If you have the perimeter, if you have the area, whatever it is given, you can use that information to solve for whatever else is missing. Make sense? Yeah? Okay, so right now I'm going to break you guys up into groups of 2, and you guys are going to be given an envelope with different puzzle pieces. I'm going to tell you right now there are 2 squares, there's 1 equilateral triangle, and then just one right triangle, okay? So that's the information you're going to be given, along with a worksheet. Once you actually figure out the puzzle, your job is going to be to tape the pieces together so they don't get mixed around. And then each of you needs to have at least 2 of the pieces taped onto your worksheet that you turn in. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and pass out the puzzle pieces right now. You two are going to work together. You two are going to work together. And then you two are going to work together.
Can we open up and start?
You may open up in one brief moment. I'm going to pass out the worksheet. And as you notice, the worksheet has the shapes outlined for you, so you know exactly where you're going to tape the pieces. There you go. If you have any questions at all, feel free to ask. Just raise your hand, and I will be coming around to help you guys out, okay? Go ahead and get started with the activity. All 4 shapes, that is correct.
This is an intense printing. I don't know.
Is there a reason why there are letters and numbers?
If you see the letter and the number, so for example, B1, B2, B3, the B stands for the pen. So
Oh,
that means flip it over so you don't see that letter.
Oh, I see, don't flip it over.
Okay.
Wait, flip it over? No.
Yeah, don't flip it over, because then you can't see the thingies,
Oh,
the
okay.
measurements and stuff. Oh, I think we just need to delete it. Oh, here, I have this list too.
Yeah.
Yay, found it.
And this list too.
So for example, these are the back sides right here.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Oh, this is 1, 3.
I'm sorry, what's our
Because it's
one
your work.
again?
So this is
What are we going for? Are we taping these on?
Yes. So once you figure out the puzzle by itself, tape the pieces together. That way you don't mix it up. And then you need to have 2 puzzles taped onto yours, and then you're
So I need an open one and a closed one. So I think it's like this one. Oh, yeah, it's like this one. Yeah. Banana.
Square.
Good, you move on to triangle, I'll triangle.
all right. That's
Those
good.
papers anymore. We're really struggling.
Okay.
That's why, because there's.
I will come over and help. Make sure you have all the pieces outside of the envelope already.
Okay, those are all the square pieces. I will do triangles.
So maybe this is.
We're struggling with the squares.
Looks good.
Alright.
Good job, Jesus.
So our
You did the
perimeter
pieces
is gonna
together.
be
The
4, 4, 4.
Suck at puzzles.
This is 4, or like this
Yeah.
4.
it's minus over here.
Puzzles are very different.
It's 10, 16.
What's 4 times 4?
16.
Dang.
Looks good.
What an
Savage.
unintentional slave.
Right.
Savage.
I mean,
Okay.
What's 5 minus 3?
There you go.
gosh.
How's the progress going, guys?
So if I have this information already,
Yes.
to use this.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to figure out mine.
So,
so perimeter.
what is the perimeter here?
So what's 40 divided by 4?
And what is the perimeter in the context of shapes?
10,
Okay, so
Entire
our each
wall.
one of
Yes,
these.
the entire wall.
So
What do
this
you
is
know
10,
about
this is
squares?
so they're all 5.
No, they're all
Equal
10.
sides?
So 10.
Equal sides.
Oh, yeah,
So if you know
that's
the
fine.
perimeter
Yes,
is
sir.
40
Yes, ma'am.
feet, and you know that each
Sorry,
side.
Edward,
Yes, exactly.
Ever met, whatever you do.
So you can use that information now to make sure
Whatever
your
you
puzzle pieces
identify
line up.
as. So B is 5? A was
Alright.
2.
You guys are doing fantastic over
A
here.
is 2? Got it.
I
D
disagree.
is, D is
7.
Oh, wait, is this?
And C
Oh, okay.
is, C plus 1 is 5, so C is 4. This is about the level of math I came for.
is 2 times 1 plus 1 plus
That's okay, she said those
So
kinds
two?
of things are part of the pilot.
and our area is what?
Let's go take. Oh, there it
10
is.
times
That's not
10
this is.
is 100.
Yeah.
I did it.
Wait, what?
Let me see. Let's check this
Right.
out. Alright, cool.
10 and 10?
Am I right?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
looks good.
I don't know if I'm right.
That looks good. So you can go ahead and take these 4 pieces together and then tape it onto your piece of paper.
Jesus, I'm ready for your
Is this a
help.
collateral or a right triangle?
So.
That is
Yeah, it looks
right
like
triangle,
right
it's not equilateral.
Do you wanna, do you wanna,
Is
do
this
you
one?
wanna
This
take
is
the?
equilateral, this is right.
Do you
Is
wanna-
the other one an
do you wanna take
equilateral?
one?
Yes, the one is an equilateral.
Go
triangle.
ahead and do
30
it.
divided by 3 is
not
10.
sure how
Yes.
All the way
to
it's
do
just
this process.
10.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, because of perimeter.
Oh, okay.
Correct.
Okay.
What's 5 times 5? 25?
What's what? 5 times
5
5 is
times 5 is
25,
25. So
I think.
what's the square root of 50?
I don't know. 25?
Wow, this is
No,
so.
that doesn't sound right.
He has a method to around this.
Yes, there's always a method to the madness.
I'm gonna track with this with RC.
I don't know what this word.
Okay, so you got length of,
It may not be
This
taped
is
quite
five.
perfectly,
This is
but
five.
you'll get.
It would
This
be
length is
5
not
times
completely
5, which is
Oh.
divided by 2 is 25
So,
divided by 2, which
what is given?
Okay, so this.
The area.
So the
So
area.
you have the area, what is the
Oh,
equation?
You get the idea.
The area of a triangle.
You get me?
Half
Oh.
base.
Okay, so are you given the area?
Yes.
Are you given the base?
Oh, there's a couple of things.
I'm not sure.
No, you're not, because remember you need to find them.
Okay, got
Are you
it.
given the height?
That's the wrong one. Yes, I am.
Okay, so if you have a
Oh, look,
value
this
for
is
the
the
area
Oh, look at
and a
that.
value for the
I think
height,
maybe I don't know.
Okay, I was giving.
then you can solve for the base.
No.
Okay, got it.
All right.
Oh.
It is, for this one, it's, oh, I'm sorry, this is numbered wrong, right?
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Wait, what?
So 5 is correct, and remember, because this isn't an equilateral or an isosceles, to be honest, this length, although it looks the same,
Oh,
it's
so it's
not.
not, okay, got it.
Yeah, but remember, you're given the area here.
Mm-hmm, okay.
You're given one of the lengths here, this is the height,
Mhm.
which means you could solve for the base.
Yes. I thought that was my bad.
Ah, it was right.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, it's gonna be a mean.
So we
Five
have
and
that.
five, so we're gonna
See
do
how
it.
it is?
Awesome, so go ahead and take
Yeah,
this up,
well,
and then you can start figuring out the variables you need.
And
Right there.
I can't take things together.
It doesn't need to be perfect, so long as you have the shape and it's
Hey,
still.
look at that, look at that.
Right there, that's great.
Oh, look.
Up with the tape on here?
Yeah, you go ahead and tape it on there. You need to have 2 puzzles taped onto yours, and you need to have the other 2 taped onto yours. Yeah.
Doesn't matter which one?
And, so what do you know about the,
Sort of.
so before you tape it down, you need to make sure that you have the
They're
right.
really, I don't think they're
Alright.
clear.
Remember, what is, you need to figure this out first. What do you know about area?
It has
Of a
to
square.
do
What do you know about perimeter of a square? Let's start with that.
It has to be 2
I don't know.
millimeters. Yeah, I think that one.
That looks
I
right.
think that's
That
right.
looks like a
That's
shape
weird.
that could be cut out by
What
a
is the,
human.
what is the bottom sentence?
All 5 lanes.
Alright, and then we need
Sarah,
to
So on
Is there a
squares,
big
all
triangle?
sides
Oh, I
are
didn't
gonna
even
be the
know.
same size, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one.
So remember in this example over here, Jesus, remember in this example over here, we had half of the
What
length
was that
here
number? No, it doesn't.
was
No,
1.
that,
Yeah.
So if you have the whole length of the side and you cut it in half, it's gonna be half of that length.
No.
So over
Would
here,
it be easier if I just got a 0?
it would be, but unfortunately, we're not using that here. So,
Unless this was like mustard.
Right here.
No, it wasn't.
yeah.
if we know,
I think that one.
the area is gonna be
Okay, let's
16.
do it. That's not even,
What do you know about the length of a square?
No.
All sides are equal?
Yes,
Well, let's
which
do
means
this one.
this value
Could be.
is equal to this value.
I think it's
So that
this
means
one.
this times this is gonna get you the
No.
area. So if you have the area being 16, what number multiplied to itself gets you 16?
8? No, not 8.
I think-
4, sorry.
4, yeah, correct. Okay, so 4 times 4 gets you 16, right? So that means the length of this side is gonna be 4, and the length of that side is gonna be 4. So, looking at this value here compared to this one here, which one do you think is gonna have a side length of 4?
Oh, no, wait, you're right.
maybe.
Maybe.
Wait, what?
So, 2,
This is really Aaron asked you right now.
so 2 plus x gets you the total side length here.
Right.
8 plus 3 plus 5 gets you the side length here.
Oh,
Do you think this one's gonna add up to 4?
So we know that the length in the bottom is 12.
That one.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this is gonna
Oh,
go
yeah,
here.
sorry. So.
Gotcha.
So now you use the information you
base
know
times five, we
here
have five.
to find the missing variables and the perimeter.
So I just.
Which means this square
I'm doing it.
is gonna go here.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Cortez!
Thank you, Jesus. Yes, Tiffany.
is the length of here 12 too?
Oh, yeah,
But,
no, that's
So I got
So
this
it's
part, this
5
is
squared.
3, I divide by 5 or
I need to
something.
put the pieces together.
You
See
see
what
where
you're
I
doing.
am.
So if I go sorry?
144. I don't know,
Base
how much you got 144.
and divided by 2,
Okay,
so
so
we
wait,
got
I'm
a
sorry,
full
it's
triangle,
12.
right?
Yeah, but.
All right.
this-
12 squared, I thought 240
Oh.
Okay, where's your 12 from?
I had X
Thanks.
So the base equals.
So I see.
So.
Base, oh,
Let's
okay.
see what you got here. Alright, perfect.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, like I
Go
was
ahead and
reading
start
your.
figuring out the
Oh,
variables
okay.
for this one and the length side, the side of the lengths, okay?
I don't know.
I don't know, me neither, let me check.
Alright,
Why?
which one of you guys having issues with?
Oh, no, I'm just trying to find a square root of 169.
I don't know why she's doing that, but it's something that's happening.
I promise everything will be okay.
And then,
I've heard that.
Equals.
Oh, wait, I think
Equals?
more.
Okay, so what I
Equals
do?
here.
So
What?
169.
wait,
This one?
Oh.
Sorry. Equals, yeah, 13.
Okay,
Awesome,
here,
13.
okay.
Yeah, for sure.
There we go,
So
sorry.
length is 13.
Tip out.
Alright,
For
looks
this
good.
one? Yeah.
Thanks.
You guys are doing great.
Encouragement.
Now we can find the perimeter.
Okay.
So 13
I feel like it's
plus
gonna
5 plus
be.
12.
Where's that skinny one? Here's
Look
the-
at my bad.
Thank you.
And then.
Alright, guys, you guys are looking great. Okay, so right now, I need all eyes on me real quick. Okay, so you guys are doing fantastic. You guys have 3 of the shapes done, all of you. So the final shape you guys have, I'm going to pass out the final envelope, and you guys are going to finish that last shape for homework, okay? So tomorrow, you're just going to come in with whatever shape you have left to do, since you guys all have 3 of them done. Looks good? You guys are going to finish it for homework, okay?
Yay.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Mr. Cortez.
You guys good?